Hey, and welcome. Today, we're going to go on a pretty incredible journey. We're going to follow the food you eat, from your plate, right through your body, and all the way down to the tiny microscopic cells that it fuels. So let's just dive right in. I mean, seriously, have you ever stopped to think about that? You eat some food, and then, poof, you have energy. But the process connecting those two things, it's one of the most complex and honestly fascinating systems in the entire human body.
So, here's the key. A healthy diet isn't just about eating good food. It's about getting all the different food groups in the right proportions. You have to think of it like a master recipe, a specific instruction manual your body needs to function, to grow, and to repair itself. Okay, so before our journey can really kick off, we've got to meet the key players. These are the nutrients, right? The essential ingredients that our bodies are literally built from and run on. First up, we've got the main fuel source, carbohydrates. When your cells need energy for, basically everything they do, this is what they turn to first. Carbs are the high-octane fuel for your body's engine. And you know these guys. You'll find them in some of the most common staple foods all around the world. Things like rice, pasta, and potatoes are just packed with these complex carbs, which are great for a slow, steady release of energy. Next up, proteins. Now, if carbs are the fuel, you can think of proteins as the actual building materials. I mean, every single cell in your body has protein in it, which makes it absolutely vital for building new tissues and repairing any damage. And where do we get them? Well, you're looking at classic sources like fish, meat, and eggs. These are all focused on giving you the amino acids that act as the literal nuts and bolts for your body's construction crew. And then we have fats, and they play two really important roles. First, they're the body's long-term energy reserve, kind of like a backup power generator. And second, that layer of fat under our skin, that's insulation, and it helps us stay warm. So those are the big three: carbs, proteins, and fats. But hold on. To complete the body's master recipe, our diet needs a few more crucial ingredients, and these guys work in much smaller amounts. And this is exactly it. It's not all about bulk. We need vitamins and minerals. Yeah, in tiny amounts, but their impact is enormous. Think vitamin C for healthy skin or calcium for strong bones. And then you've got fiber, the real unsung hero that doesn't even get digested, but is absolutely essential for keeping the whole system moving along smoothly. All right, now that we've met our cast of characters, it's time to get this journey started. Let's follow our food as it enters the body and faces its very first challenge, the breakdown. So the first step, ingestion, is pretty straightforward. It's just eating or drinking. But the very moment that food enters your mouth, it enters this highly efficient, incredibly complex disassembly line that's designed to take it apart, piece by piece. Now, this is where it gets really interesting because the process splits in two. You have physical digestion. That's the crushing, grinding, and churning. And then you have chemical digestion, where special molecules called enzymes break the food down into totally new, smaller substances. The key is that all that physical mashing up creates more surface area, making the chemical part way more effective. And that physical digestion, it all starts with this specialized toolkit right here in your mouth. Your teeth aren't all the same, They have very specific jobs. Your incisors at the front, they bite and cut. Those sharp canines are for tearing, and the big molars at the back do all the heavy-duty chewing and grinding. All right, let's move on to the next stage. Once the food is swallowed, it heads down into the core of the body, where the real chemical breakdown starts to get serious. This is the main highway for our food. It's called the alimentary canal. It's basically one long tube that runs right through the body, with these specialized stops along the way. So after the mouth, food travels down the esophagus and, you guessed it, right into the stomach. Now, inside the stomach, physical digestion continues in a major way. It's like a biological cement mixer. Powerful muscles in the stomach wall contract and churn, just squeezing and mixing the food with acid and enzymes, turning it into this liquidy paste that's ready for the next phase. So as that food mixture moves from the stomach into the small intestine, a new substance joins the party. It's a greenish-brown fluid called bile. It's made in the liver, and it's sent in to do one very specific, very important job. And that job is called emulsification. The best way to think about it is like dish soap attacking grease on a pan.
Bile takes these big blobs of fat and physically smashes them into thousands of tiny little droplets. It's not actually chemical digestion, but it is essential prep work for it. And this shows you exactly why that's so brilliant. By turning one large drop of fat into tons of tiny ones, bile massively increases the surface area. This gives the fat-digesting enzymes way more room to get to work. It's a perfect example of physical digestion setting the stage for chemical digestion to succeed. So the food has been chewed, churned, and broken down into these tiny, soluble molecules. We are now at the final, and really the most important part of the journey. How does all this good stuff actually get out of the digestive system and into our cells? The first part of the payoff is called absorption. This happens mostly in the small intestine. It's here that those precious nutrient molecules finally pass from the digestive system directly into your bloodstream. This is the crucial handover. This is the moment where food officially crosses over and becomes available to every single part of your body. And that brings us to the grand finale, assimilation. Your bloodstream acts like this massive delivery network, carrying those nutrients to all 37 trillion cells in your body. Each cell then takes up exactly what it needs and finally puts it to work for energy, for growth, for repair. That sandwich you ate for lunch is now literally powering your thoughts. It's rebuilding you from the inside out. It has become a part of you. From just a simple bite to this complex cellular event, your body performs this entire incredible journey 24/7 without you even thinking about it. It's this constant, amazing process of disassembly and rebuilding. So the final question is, knowing all of this, what are you going to choose to fuel that amazing machine with next?